The NONACELL technology that Samsung are going to use in the Galaxy S20 Ultra has been confirmed and even trademarked by Samsung. This is the camera technology that Samsung are going to use in the S20 Ultra NONACELL, or in other words, 9:1 pixel binning. Over the last few years, we've seen 4:1 pixel binning become a norm in a lot of Android smartphones anyway. That is taking 4 pixels, making them one larger pixel to create larger pixels that gather more light for normal imagery. Samsung have been one of the leaders in this technology. Samsung call it ISO-cell technology, and Sony use a very similar piece of tech, and they call that quad Bayer technology. This gives you the benefit of having a high megapixel image sensor, so you benefit from high resolution images, but also bigger pixels are very useful too. And usually with normal images and normal photos, you can take a lower resolution image and benefit from bigger pixels that gather more light. 4:1 has been the norm with 48 megapixel and 64 megapixel cameras. Samsung are doing something completely unique that we've not seen before and putting 9 pixels into one. What is the benefit of putting 9 pixels into one over 4:1 pixel binning? Why not just use a 4:1 ratio with bigger pixels anyway when you enlarge the sensor? Well, you do need high resolutions for many things, for example, image cropping and also high resolution video. We know that the Snapdragon 865 can support 8K video. You need roughly about 33 megapixels to do that. But this is obviously going to be a flagship camera sensor that Samsung use for at least the next few years. So it's a way of future-proofing at least this camera sensor for a really long time, so Samsung can use it in many different products. More confirmation from Ice Universe as well about the camera setups on the S20 and S20 Plus. We've known for a long time now that they will use some brand new, bigger 12 megapixel image sensors, but more confirmation that the zoom camera on those phones is actually a high megapixel image sensor that can't be pixel binned. The secondary image sensor will be responsible for 8K video if you want to record it, and because they are 64 megapixels, they will crop into those sensors to achieve a 3x zoom. All in all, the camera setups on all of these phones from the S20, the Plus and the Ultra are literally so unique. I've never ever seen camera setups like this in any phone before. We'll have to wait and see if Samsung can pull it off, and all of these massive improvements that we see really do push forward smartphone photography in the S20 phones. But more news on the Galaxy Z Flip that's launching at the same time. So it seems like Google, Android and Samsung have teamed up and come together to develop some interesting and unique features for the operating system on the Galaxy Z Flip. There's loads of things you can do, loads of animations that you can do on a flip phone. We've also seen some initial videos of its competition, the Moto Razr. It looks like the design on this phone may not be as solid as people were hoping. We've seen videos online showing that the Moto Razr is making all sorts of strange noises coming from the hinge, even after some moderate usage of that. There's been pictures and videos of retail units being completely and absolutely destroyed. Now, we don't know exactly how they were destroyed, if it was just people normally using it or if people have just gone there and smashed it up, which obviously wouldn't be how people normally use them. It looks like overall the Z Flip has benefited from being a second generation product after all those problems that Samsung had with the initial Galaxy Fold. Firstly, the plastic display has gone. Samsung are now using an ultra thin glass. They even trademarked the name. This is much more hardy, scratch resistant. It is a very thin glass, so it's actually quite hard on the top, rather than the plastic used in the Moto Razr and the Galaxy Fold. Also, the display on the Galaxy Z Flip is actually attached to the phone, so you can't lift it up. No dust can get in there, whereas on the Moto Razr, it looks like you can lift it up, dust can get in, which is exactly the problem that the Fold had. We will, of course, wait and see how these products come, how popular they are, and how hardy they are when normal people start bashing them up. Subscribe for all the latest tech news and videos. That's it for now, but I'll see you in the next one.